I have a love-hate relationship with Amazon. Sometimes you find the best items that you can't live without, and the one-day shipping honestly makes it a dream. But other times you get a hunk of junk or a miniature version of what you thought you ordered. Like the beautiful neon envelopes I ordered for letter writing for my second grade class that turned out to be so many that we used them for the desk fairy instead. To make sure you never end up with mini desk fairy sized envelopes, I've vetted everything on this list for quality and real life classroom use. I went through all my purchases to find the best 20 Amazon teacher finds with one bonus one, things that I bought that I still use, can't live without, and wanted to share with you. Also, be sure to stick around for item number 18 because it's the one thing on the list that literally every teacher who walks into my room asks me for the link to. Okay, so the first things are gonna be my favorite Amazon teacher tools. And the first one is a big one. It's this guy, my personal laminator. Here's something that's been laminated by. You can see how thick it is, not like the lamination from the workroom. And honestly, it took me so long to buy one of these personal laminators, but as soon as I did, I thought, why didn't I do that sooner? I love to use it for things that I want to last year after year because the lamination, like I said and was showing, it's so much thicker. Think things like station pages, activities that kids are gonna do over and over again, and don't forget to add extra lamination pages to your order or to your wish list because you will need them. Thing number 2, I actually did a whole review on this and you can watch that here, and it's this pencil sharpener. Not only is this pencil sharpener cute, he works a little too good. Next up is this teacher toolbox. This Iris teacher toolbox is a little bit better quality. The drawers are a little bit deeper, and I also like this little area on top. This is my rainbow clock. Not only is this clock beautiful, but it's functional. Personally, to stay on schedule, I constantly need to know what time it is. I love that the numbers are huge and then I can see it from anywhere. Okay, next up is an Alexa. I'm not sure why it took me subbing in another classroom to realize that I needed an Alexa not just in my house, but also in my classroom. I love to use it to pick random numbers, play songs from our transition songs playlist, and to give me reminders. All right, next up is not glamorous in the least, but it's this flat plug. And honestly, it's one of the best purchases I've made. I've had some plugs that ended up behind shelving units, and instead of fighting with moving furniture, I got one of these handy plugs. I love that the top part is flat, so it can easily go behind your shelf. And then it has the extension cord to keep things easy. These are my favorite Amazon teacher finds that are classroom supplies. So first up are magnetic dots. Have another thing like this, you just peel it off. I use them for everything from my teacher contact cards at the beginning of the year, for Meet the Teacher to my schedule. I love that you just peel the back off and stick it on. And these magnets do not fall like other magnets that I've tried, and I've tried them all, from magnetic tape to the cute ones from Lakeshore that all honestly let me down. Next up are these Velcro dots. They come in a pack like this. One side is the hook side and one side is the loop side. These are a little bit smaller than usually. I like the tiny bit bigger size, but these are something that I cannot live without. My old classroom had cinder block walls, and I found that these were the only thing that got my decor and everything to stick to the walls were these Velcro dots. And trust me, we tried everything. I also love to use them on the back of student name tags so that I can easily move students around if I need to. The brand that I linked has a very strong hook and loop strength, as well as the back sticker strength, because that also matters. I learned, unlike the ones from Dollar Tree that fall off. Next up is cardstock. I'm not sure why, but I've tried so many kinds of white cardstock, and this is my favorite. And this package, so you know what brand it is. I love the whiteness of it. You can some have a yellow tint. Also love the thickness of it. It's perfect to print things on that I want to be more sturdy, like my items that students use for stations. Next up is these anchor chart markers, which is what I'm officially calling them. There's something about a Mr. Sketch marker that makes writing on your anchor chart just pop. I've had my same set of markers for over 5 years and they're still holding strong. If you've taught in lower grades, you know that you need markers to color examples. I love them. I love these alcohol markers to make my examples. They make everything look so nice and pigmented, and it makes coloring fun. I honestly even got myself a set at home, and what I do is I go through and I pull out all of my favorite ones, the ones I'm gonna use most often for my examples, and I put them in something like this. I got this little thing from Target. Dry erase pockets are a must for center work. So instead of having to make 24 copies or having to laminate one for each student, then I could just make 6 and the students can erase when they're finished. I also love that I can reuse the pocket year after year. Next up is a dry erase marker eraser hack. That's a tongue twister. My first year of teaching, I had these mini dry erase marker erasers, but by December they were barely working because their bottom was so dirty. The next year I tried these makeup remover pads from Dollar Tree and they work perfectly. I love when they get dirty, and every summer I can just throw them in the wash and they are good as new. All right, next up is my favorite classroom setup hacks. So when you're setting everything up. And first up is this magnetic curtain rod behind me. These magnetic curtain rods were another thing that I was hesitant to buy. And it took me a while before I pulled the plug. And of course now I love it. I love them. And I love to use mine to hold the date, like the flip calendar, or to hold anchor chart. Next up is my cordless glue gun. I didn't even know that they made cordless glue guns until I saw the PTO moms putting up posters in the hallway with them. So they were just like, and then sticking on the wall. And then I said, I knew I had to have one. Not having a cord makes it so much easier to use, and the bonus is that this one is pink, which makes it easy to not lose. Next is one of these paper cutters. A parent actually got me one of these paper cutters and I instantly fell in love. At the time, I was teaching kindergarten and I was in the workroom constantly waiting to use one of 2 paper cutters. Having one in my classroom was such a time saver, and I love it so much more than my sliding paper cutter that I have. Next is this circle cutter. I don't know why, but I hate cutting circles with scissors. I'm so bad at it. This circle cutter makes it so much easier to use, and I love it. I don't only use it for school, I also use it for every birthday party we have. But just know that you will also need a cutting mat for it. I got this one at Dollar Tree. I also linked one that I found that looks good, or you could just use a piece of like cardboard, but you do need something that for the bottom. Next is my favorite teacher life finds, a neck fan. This little guy is my new best friend in the Texas heat. I was afraid that like this was gonna be the fan part and I was gonna have to hold it, but actually you just put it on the lanyard, push the button, and this top part, so it blows into your face. You hear it? It gets loud. You know what makes this thing even better is that if when you got back in, you needed like a stand on your desk. And I realized it also has that. So it also will stand up on your desk if you need a little mini personal fan. And it charges, a lifesaver. Next is this teacher backpack. The backpack is not technically for teaching, it's for traveling. But after I used it on my last trip, I decided it would also be perfect for teaching. I love the different compartments it has, and I love like the water bottle clip. It does kind of like open up like a suitcase would, but I think that would make it easy to like put in papers and make sure, you know how when you like put papers in and they like get all like bent? It would make sure that you could open it, put the papers in, and it just kind of gives a different option. And then when you're not teaching, you can use it for traveling. Let me change because my next one is, it's these teacher pants. They are so good. They say sweatpants, but they do not have that sweatpant lining. And they are actually so light that I can wear them in the Texas heat, but they're not see-through. I also love like the detailing on the side. They have an elastic waistband. And I plan to buy more colors. This is my second color. Okay, you got me. So not only is this 21 things, but this mini planner may not actually be for the classroom, but we're people outside of the classroom and the school building too. And so this has just made my life so much easier. It has the magnet on the back. I also love the fact that this little grocery store list has like perforated and it rips off. I could also even see you're like using this not just for meal planning, but also for to-do lists. And that's it. That's the list. Hopefully these 20 finds save you from the mini envelope heartbreak and actually make your classroom feel like a smoother place to be. I've linked everything we talked about in the description below to make it easy for you so you don't have to go hunting for them and you know exactly which brand is which. And if you're wondering, is gratitude the missing piece in your students' behavior? You'll want to watch this video here where I'm unpacking why kids aren't grateful anymore and how to fix it. See you guys next time.